places where the very crust of the earth has cracked open, where the living heat of the world, fueled by radioactivity and raw electromagnetism, pours forth. Within this heat stirs a witch's brew of chemicals, unholy compounds that cannot be found anywhere else on Earth. These chemicals and that hellish heat have spawned a myriad of life forms, each more bizarre than the last. Life forms so bizarre and twisted that they would die in our world as we would in theirs. However, we would do well to remember that despite the limitless gulf between these strange creatures and ourselves, there exists a single shining bond that we hold in common. A bond that cannot be broken, and that bond is simply this. We both know, deep in our hearts, or whatever they have, that it is once again time to listen to another exciting episode of Agatha Heterodyne. Yes! In our last episode, Agatha Heterodyne and her companions crossed the first Emperor of all cats.
Meow.
And Zita, the lost princess of the equally lost city of Scamander.
Hey.
And whether they like it or not, Othar Tryggvason,
Gentlemen adventure!
We're visiting the home of Wilhelmina von Trappklap, noted adventure writer.
No autographs, please.
When they were surprised by the infamous air pirate Deathwish DuPree,
The only air pirate you'll ever need!
who has kidnapped Agatha and Wilhelmina and taken them aboard his airship, the Bloated Shark, in order to amuse his crew. And to punish Wilhelmina for writing scandalously untrue things about him.
He's not totally evil.
I most certainly am. Do your research, wench.
However, this plan for vengeance may be compromised, as he is currently laboring under the delusion that Agatha is the aforementioned Miss von Trappklap.
Oh yes, my fault.
And thus is Agatha, whom we now find languishing in the captain's cabin, scantily dressed in silks supplied with exotic wines.
It's a very peculiar grape juice, isn't it? I feel quite odd. May I have another?
Was the clever Wilhelmina safely down the hold, stripping the villages clean with a rusty knife.
Yes, well, actually, I've had better plans.
Meanwhile, Agatha's companions have secured their own airship through extraordinarily dangerous means.
You'll never regret this, young man. It's a fine ship that was previously owned by a little old astronomer who only took it out to observe the eclipse. And with our friendly, no-risk-to-us loan program, you'll actually own this fine craft in as little as 96 months, provided you aren't late on any payments, adhere to minor conditions set out in the sales contract's fine print. But you can read it to your leisure after you sign here.
But
He'll take it.
And have now sighted Captain DuPree's airship and are plotting their next move.
We can't shoot it down. We can hurt Agatha.
We can't attack. They've got a fully equipped pirate crew, and all we have is the three of us, not including the salesman who is piloting.
Thanks for signing up board for the duration, by the way.
Oh, just making things easy, sir.
Oh, how do you think?
Well, this way I won't have to track you down. I am empowered to repossess the ship if you default on the payments. The first one of which is due in about 13 minutes.
What?
Oh, calm, sir. Surely you've read the fine print by now.
Perhaps I'd better.
Our best bet might be to wait for night, and then hope they don't spot us.
What? Even if you take back the ship, I'm still responsible for the payments?
Oh, well spotted, sir.
Not too long. Perhaps we could lose some altitude and come up from underneath that?
Oh, unlikely, ma'am. See that hole with the platform at the end sticking straight down? That's the rat's nest. It's like the crow's nest. There's a lookout station there. They'll spot you easy.
Indentured servitude?
And the old ideas are the best ideas, sir.
There are some clouds coming up. Maybe we can sneak up on them in that.
Oh, not a chance. It gets pretty turbulent inside a cloud. But even if you could maintain a steady course, you'd only run into another ship by sheer luck.
You seem to know an awful lot about airships.
Oh, well, I only sell them, don't I? Most buyers aren't ground huggers like you lot. If I didn't know what I was talking about, I'd never sell anything.
That makes sense. How did you get your experience?
I was an air pirate, of course. Back then, I was known as Captain Thunderhead Blitzen. Sailed the skies for 20 years, woman and girl, until the bearer made life a bit too unpleasant. Oh well.
Isn't your current job kind of dull after being an air pirate?
According to this, I owe you my firstborn child?
I keep my hand in.
Do you have any suggestions?
Yes, surrender.
What?
Well, while you've been staring at the bloated shark and yammering about how you're going to sneak up on her, her lookout saw you and now she's about to attack us.
Stand and deliver, or else we'll cut you up for air crating bait.
This being caught by surprise thing is getting old.
Well, it's not like it's going to become a habit, as we're going to heave you all over the side. I mean, I thought I was being generous leaving you alive last time, but some people just don't know when they've got it lucky.
You wrapped us in chains.
Tied weights around our feet.
And dropped us into the ocean.
But still alive!
I'm a cat. You got me wet. For this, you must die!